Hey, how's it going, fella? INFJ folk. So it's been a little while. I think I kind of been going through a bit of a struggle. Just what do you call trying to understand or feeling inadequate about my knowledge about INFJ, and it's a lack of knowledge. What I feel like is a lack of knowledge about understanding myself and that perspective of MBTI. And what I kind of realized with is because my oldest son, he came down and stayed the weekend, and he's been showing me bits and pieces about astrology and how that pertains to my being and insight, just like MBTI. And like I said, he's the one who introduced me to MBTI. But then he also he transitioned like real quick onto astrology because I think we have a deeper connection to astrology because of what do you call our spirituality and looking at star knowledge that's passed down in some of the indigenous cultures. And so yeah, it's just a spiritual aspect and perspective of looking at ourselves and where we come from, and knowing our past stories that um, we came from somewhere else. We're different beings from somewhere else who got placed here on Turtle Island, which is called Mother Earth, you know, and Earth and all of that type of stuff. So the struggle of understanding that, and like what it helped me kind of realize, like, so I was at, I think I was at a lower level with astrology, but then when you spent the the weekend here, like we really delved into what is what and how it pertains to me, and just helped my understanding a lot with with the houses, with the elements, with the aspects, with the zodiacs and all of that. Oh, dogs are going wild. I don't know if you can hear that. Oh, plus traffic. Um, so like he really helped me understand that, and I'm not saying I know astrology, but he he gave me a fast boost in understanding and being able to understand when people are talking about certain things and how I'm able to just look at it with a better understanding. Um, and and I lack that in MBTI, um, because the thing about my learning, I need someone there to breathe understanding to me, you know. And my son was able to do that, and I was able to question him, and because like every little thing, I wanted to learn the loopholes and all this other thing, because what MBTI and astrology is to my brain is income tax. And why I related to income tax, because it's way more complex than everything else that I learned in accounting. Like the whole accounting courses and what I needed to get a degree in accounting was totally simple. It was just like bam, 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 bam. Categorization, organization, and just mathematics was just like totally simple for me, and everything related into life. But then it came to income tax and the complexities about that. You know, it's just like, all right, if you're going on this, but then if this happened, then you have to account for this, and it's just like, it's complex, like really, really complex. So that's why I related to income tax, because that's how astrology is. And MBTI, the roadways and everything, I have not had a full understanding, like the NISI or all of that type of stuff, and like how it works. Like I haven't been able to find something that really connects with me. And I think that's what is different about my learning process when I did do all the work that I used to do before. It was like I always had professors, I had what I call therapists, and all these other community leaders and organizers and directors, all these people who I could sit down and grab this understanding from. But because I don't have that necessarily an MBTI and learning about myself as an INFJ, I run into a barrier because I don't have no one to help me through this processing and this greater understanding. And because I even watch these videos on it, but it's just like, you know, I'm sure you understand what I'm lacking and missing, right? I don't have that person to go off of. I wonder if I should just like throw these questions out on this to help my processing and better understanding. I don't know, but to go on, yeah. So I haven't really delved into MBTI the past week. I've really been doing astrology more so, and it's just helped my understanding and outlook on me, and I think that's a good thing because I'm not gonna lie and say that I was coming through a time of struggle, but then what astrology pointed out to me is that um, it's a time that I'm in right now with the alignments in the stars and my sun and my moon and all of that type of stuff. It it says like I can't remember if it was like a 6 month time span, and I got like 1 or 3 more months of this struggle where things are trying for me, and my emotions are touchy, you know, and I totally get that because I said on here before and I said on my vlog channel, it's like where my mentality is like I'm very short fused and my nerves I get irritated, and I've never felt like this before in my life. And so it says that I'm in this time frame, and it's also the aggression part, and it's also the depression part too. Like I feel really sad and tearing up easy. And so I'm just like I've been trying other things like I was using CBD to help with my anxiety, but then also trying to help with that aggression in my mind and the short fuse. Then I also went into changing my eating habits. I got rid of meat and dairy, and it's because like I think of our spiritual ways of how we used to hunt, and like there was a respectful way of doing that. Like it was all in a prayer, and left tobacco and said that prayer and thanked that animal for offering themselves, and we're gonna respect it and hopefully it has a better journey onto its next life. And then when cooking too, it's just like cooking and being appreciative and putting these loving energies into the cooking process. But then when you think about the mainstream type of foods, like eating it, like I love chicken, I love, well, I like beef and steak. I love steak. But just thinking about that and the pork and like how they're treated in those slaughterhouses and how they're raised, and like there's no loving tendencies and everything. Like yeah, I could go more organic and you know grass fed and all these other ways where they're raised a little bit more loving, and I'm sure that'd be different. But it's just so easy to fall into like, well, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy that, and it's a what do you call? It's a slippery slope, right? It's a slippery slope to go back into eating meat, and I just want, and it's a test that I'm doing on myself, um, an experiment, like a 30-day experiment. Now there's flies flying around here, um, but I'm experimenting with how my body reacts and how my mind reacts, into seeing if it gets some clarity. Like I feel more energized. I feel more oxidized, and I feel healthier because it's been what like 20 days since I've been eating that way. More fruits and vegetables, and when I do eat pasta or grain, I cook it with fruits and or vegetables a lot of the time, and I I just try and be creative in how I'm eating. But I have also noticed too, through the things that I've already tried, it has decreased where I'm short fused. So that's hopeful. That's really, really hopeful. But also, like I said in the astrology thing, where it says I'm going through a time phase where it's harder for me. And look at that birdie right there. Oh, like our little birds come out. Hate it when the squirrels come attack them and eat their food up though. Um, got them by our big window there so we could watch them whenever we do. Um, but yeah, that's where I'm at. That's what I've been thinking about and understanding. So if you ever actually got ways to help me, if you understand my struggle, I'll refer some videos or certain people to watch or anything just to help my understanding with the MBTI and how everything works, because it's all a foreign language to me. That's another thing. Like, these are all different languages, right? And so trying to pick up a new language, I'm running into that barrier and that wall, and I need help. I need help from somebody. So if you could help me out, I'd greatly appreciate it. Um, but other than that, oh yeah, I used to never like mineral water. Totally random. But Pierre, oh my God, like normal mineral water, I always thought it was gross. But then I tried the flavored mineral water, and I found out that the mineral water like heightens the flavors and the taste of the flavors that's added to the water. It's like, oh my God, now mineral water is my favorite flavored mineral water anyway. Um, but yeah, that's where I'm at. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for clicking. Appreciate your comments and your suggestions and all of that stuff that you leave me down below. And how you doing? How's life? I hope it's going good. Um, yeah, leave comments down below. Live long and prosper. I appreciate y'all, and thank you. Have a great day.